Okay, video is for SwampMatt or Heli Freak who wanted to buy the 130X but in stock formation. Basically what I did was, here was the old frame with the Lynx motor and the Lynx tail. See that way. So instead of pulling all the tail components out and stuff, I just give you a totally new tail. New tail box, new bearings. Oops, new tail box, new bearings, new gears. Actually, it's a new frame because I kept this frame with the motor intact. I'll use it for. I'll reassemble this and maybe keep it or sell it to somebody else. But here's the charger. As you can tell, it's working. So right now it's charging and balancing this battery. Here's all the parts that I used to build that heli. As you can tell, here's the tail rotor grip holders, which are new, the tail case, which is new, the tail boom, which is new, and here's a new main frame, and it all went into here. So I'm gonna include a canopy, which is in really good condition, no cracks or anything. It's actually in new condition. These KBD, I think they're E-Flight brand blades. I'm not sure, they may be KBDDs, but these are the bullet style, so fast forward flight. And just the rest of my 130X collection. I have 130 stuff floating around everywhere. And here they are. And I will also include those set of blades with that. And let me see, that's the rest of my 130 stuff. There you go. And the manual. Alright. The only issue that I didn't like with this stock made heli is the tail, it shudders, and the only way I was able to get rid of that was by using the Lynx boom, because it has a third bearing and it smooths things out on the tail. But otherwise it holds, it just has like a little shake, and you could probably lower the gain on the board with that, but it's something that's livable, and lowering the gain too much, you lose tail holding power, so you have to find the balance between tail holding power and the shutters in stock form. But by getting this boom or this TBS system, it helps eliminate that. And if you really want a solid tail, you should use full rotary servo. There's an E-Flight DS35 on a micro heli stand. On my favorite 130, I'm using a Lynx tail servo, and this is a full rotary frame with a HP08 motor, and this flies awesome. And it's the same with this other 130 that I have. This is a micro heli version with spin 8000 motor, and this tail holds good. As you can tell, it also has the extended boom support. So if you compare yours with mine, see how far the boom support goes on this. It goes a bit further back. It provides additional support. So those are future upgrades, but in stock form, this slides pretty good. Alright, so let's take it up for a flight. And you always want to bind on a full battery, on a fully charged battery, because when you don't, funky stuff happens. So this battery is fully charged. And I'll show you my radio settings later. Joe. Okay. So it had a little bit of a tail shudder, but that's normal for these stock 130s unless like you really fine tune it, but I pretty much tuned it out to the best possible. I put the dampeners, hold on, I don't know if you can see it, go over here. I put the dampeners on the tail, see those O-rings, and I put the O-ring on the bottom also. Yeah, so that's about it. And here's my radio settings. If you go to the servo setup, on the sub trims, I have no sub trims on any channel. If you go to the travel, it's all pretty much standard 100%. Dual rate expo, it's always on. Dual rate's 100. Expo's 20%, and that's, I believe, for all. Well, for the rudder, there's no expo. Throttle curve, normal. Idle 1, idle 2. Pitch curve, normal, 1, 2. And hold this like that. Alright, and that's about it. Oh, and today is Sunday, February 22nd.